guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about luxury shopping mistakes. And if you are recognizing this outfit from a previous video, don't judge. A sister's gotta hustle over here, okay? I'm filming several videos on the same day. Plus, I'm not 100% sponsored, you know, like the big bloggers of the world where they get all of their outfits for free. Mama here still works for all of my outfits. I buy most of them. So, you know, I mean, gotta repeat, what you gonna do? Today we're gonna talk about luxury shopping mistakes, and I have made some mistakes, thank you very much, which is why I'm a professional and I can talk to you about it because I have made them all. Let's start the video by saying that this is an opinion video, guys. If you are here to watch an opinion video, that means there is a chance you're not gonna agree. And if you cannot handle that gracefully, please do not watch, because then this video is not made for you. This video will contain tips on how to make the most out of your luxury shopping that you might not agree with. So I might say some things that I don't like, that I don't think are smart, that you might do all the time, and you might love the tip and think that you learned something from it, and you might be like, this bitch is crazy, which is totally fine, as long as you are respectful, okay? So if you're the sensitive kind, you don't like opinions, you don't like luxury or fashion, don't keep watching. The first luxury shopping mistake that I'm gonna talk about is buying too many of the same category items. So some people have an infatuation. Normally we have like a passion for a certain type of item, whether it be bags or card holders or shoes, and we just keep buying that over and over and over. It's kind of like human nature. You know, you find something that you really, really love and you just want to buy it and buy it and buy it. But at some point you do need to take stock of what you own and figure out where are the gaps in your closet, right? So a smart collection, a smart wardrobe is built very strategically. You figure out what are the areas that you need help with, and your purchases should always be filling gaps. If you are buying a bunch of the same thing, that is not adding variety to your looks, right? So for example, bags is the #1 culprit that I see, because obviously all of us really truly love bags, right? So we just want to buy bag after bag after bag. But here's the thing. If you are a beginner and you are in the beginning steps of your luxury stairwell, like I like to say, right? On our luxury journey stairwell, we have people in the beginning steps, and yes, the people that are in the beginning steps should be investing in accessories mainly, and bags, right? You want to get your black bag, your beige bag, and kind of build your collection that way. But if you are a person that is in the intermediate steps of your luxury stairwell, and you already kind of have a bunch of one thing, it really does not make much sense for you to keep investing in that, because that's not helping you with your looks. It is much smarter for you to say, okay, I already have 3 card holders, let me move on to getting a killer belt. Let me move on to getting a beautiful pair of sunglasses. Now let me move on to my bags, right? Now that you can afford bags. Once you amass a pretty decent collection of bags, you really do want to start venturing out and buying some different pieces. So when you go out, you actually have an entire look, right? So once you have a number of bags, I really do think you should start investing in a beautiful classic jacket, in some beautiful blouses, great quality coats, because that really does give you a finished look. Mistake number 2, not saving money to buy worthwhile pieces. I am so guilty of this, guys. It is hard to save money, right? To buy something big, like a bag that is $2,000 or $3,000 or a Chanel bag, right? It takes a lot longer for us to get there, right? So what do? We go to Chanel and we buy card holders, we buy earrings, we buy a ring, we buy all of these small little things that in the end do not really make a big impact in our collection. It is so much easier for you to go to the store and then satisfy your luxury craving by buying some small luxury goods, right? And then you feel like, damn, I got some Chanel today. But then when you realize with all those little small purchases, you have spent a ton of money. That happens with me all the time. I'm like, damn, after I bought those shoes and that wallet and those earrings, I spent $3,000. I could have bought a bag, right? So you keep spending a little bit here and a little bit there, and you don't realize how much that accumulates, and you could have bought something so much better that would be a big impact in your closet, and you just kind of spend on small frivolous things. The next mistake is kind of an iffy one, and I'm gonna explain myself here, but the mistake is buying too much logo. Now, let me make a very important distinction here. I am not saying logos are bad. I am not saying logos are tacky. I absolutely love me some logos, okay? You guys that are my subscribers, you know that. But you should buy some logos, but also balance with items that are not logo crazy. The issue is not wearing logo, the issue is wearing too much logo. You have to know how to balance it out. And what happens is, if you buy too many things that have too much logo, they kind of clash, and then you kind of cannot wear them all, right? So you need to balance your purchases in terms of, hey, I'm gonna buy this piece with a big logo, but the next one is not gonna have it. And that's kind of how I do it. So for example, I bought a pair of Chanel slides. They have a big Chanel logo on them. And the next purchase was a pair of Chanel mules that are black and white that do not have any logo on them. And you want to kind of like police yourself like that, like one for one. So when you are wearing your logo pieces, you have pieces to balance it out with. There is no comment that pisses me off more than when somebody says, you wear logo is not classy, you know, it's not classic. That just is such a pet peeve of mine, guys, because I think, and I'm gonna make a video about this in more detail, but here's the thing. Dressing classic and understated is a personal style, okay? It is personal taste. Dressing boho and super cute and flower power is personal style and is taste. Dressing super modern, edgy street style is personal style and is taste. Not any of these or any of the others that exist out there are better than anything else. On YouTube, there is this huge stigma that if you dress classic, you are better than everybody else. And it's something that is really preached by most YouTubers that I see. That is such personal preference. Because someone has a classic aesthetic, it does not mean by any means that they are better than anybody else, okay? I am sorry. If you think that about yourself, I think you need to come off of your pedestal, because you're not. There are many, many other very fashionable styles that do not involve dressing classic that look absolutely amazing. So when somebody tells me that, but you don't dress classic, well, I don't want to dress classic. That's not the crowd that I hang out with. The crowd that I hang out with dresses very out there. It's people high fashion. They buy the latest collections from Dior, Chanel. I'm not gonna show up at a Louis Vuitton store event wearing a classic outfit. I'm gonna look ridiculous. Here's what I have to say. There are occasions that it is very appropriate for people to wear logos. To me, they are a touch of color, a touch of texture to your outfit, a touch of fun, versus having everything too monochromatic and too kind of boring, right? It is 100% personal aesthetic. So please do not say to people that because they wear logos, they are tacky or they are not fashionable and you are classic and you're better than them. Actually, you know, if I am to give you my 100% honest opinion, because you guys know I tell you like it is, right? And my intent is not to offend anybody here. It is just my personal taste. I think people that dress all classic all the time are kind of boring. I'm too adventurous to dress just classic. So I think it's kind of funny. I have noticed too that a lot of times when people are referring to me, they will say like this, oh, let me talk to you about Erica from Erica's Girly World. My style couldn't be more different than her, right? Because I'm very classic. And that to me just really rubs me the wrong way, because that to me is your way of putting me down and dissociating yourself from me by saying, I like her, but my style is nothing like her. I mean, she wears logos. I am classic. I am so much better than that. So my style is so different than hers, right? I've had numerous people do that to me, and that just makes me so mad, because I would never introduce somebody by saying, oh, this is my friend Mary Jane over here. I dress nothing like Mary Jane, but Mary Jane has a great personality. That's not cool, okay? So if you have done this to me, please don't do it again, because I've noticed and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, okay? There is no superiority from any group when it comes to the fashion world. So yeah, I do wear my logos. I absolutely love logos. I'm gonna die wearing logos. I think life without logos would be really boring. Logos, when done right, they are very fashionable. I'm gonna show you a couple looks. This one, for example, this girl is actually on Paris Fashion Week, going to a Louis Vuitton show, and she looks incredible. Actually, when you go to an event for a fashion house, it is respectful and it is good manners that you show up head to toe dressed in the fashion house, dressed in the brand. So logos, when you go to these types of events, it's very appropriate. It's your way of honoring them. This other example right here, this is all Fendi. Look how beautifully done this is. Everything is very cohesive. You have very loud logos on the poncho, and you have logos on the shoes, and you have logos on the straps. But it was done so tastefully, and everything just goes together that this look looks amazing. So for those of you who think that logos are tacky, please revisit your preconceived notions, because I think logo is something that is highly fashionable. It's something actually quite high fashion that you should consider introducing into your collection. But there is such a thing as logos done wrong. I mean, what can I say? There is such a thing as wearing too many logos. Next mistake is buying things that don't matter or don't get seen. So I have noticed, I see this on Instagram all the time. People have all of these card holders or all of these keychains or coin purses, you know, and they buy all of the little trinkets from Louis Vuitton from every collection at Christmas. If you are a baller, hey man, by all means you buy everything, right? Because you can. But for those of us who cannot buy it all, we do have to prioritize. And then you get sucked into buying all of these small things that really stay inside your bag. I do not understand people's infatuation with wallets and card holders. And the other piece of it is, do you really change wallets or card holders every time you change bags? Because I don't. Who's got time for that? I don't say, oh, I have a blue bag, let me go ahead and take this card holder from this bag, get all of my credit cards and all of my things and put on this blue card holder so it matches my blue bag. I don't think most people do that at all. Most people just grab one thing from one bag and just throw it in another. And if that is the case for you, just buying too many of these small irrelevant things kind of don't do any favors for you, right? It's not adding looks, it's not giving you clothes, it's not giving you bags, it's not giving you additional colors of anything. It's just giving you additional things to keep in your closet. So I personally, and I know this might hurt some people, so don't kill me, okay? But I personally think SLGs are kind of a waste of money. I think once you have one, it's like, why do you need more? Next mistake is not investing in quality clothing. I think that once you amass a certain amount of accessories and bags and shoes, you need to transition to clothes, because accessories are only gonna go so far for you, right? If you are a person that you are in the intermediate steps of your luxury stairwell and you already have a good amount of bags and you have some nice shoes and a couple belts and you kind of have your accessories bases covered, I feel that transitioning into clothing will give you a lot more presence and bang for your buck. So why not buy an amazing quality coat that's gonna give you years and years of wear and make you look super sophisticated and refined? The reality of it is, I think a lot of people might not realize this, better quality clothing looks better, feels better, the fabrics look more beautiful, they drape better in your body, they are more flattering, they last longer. Once you get high quality clothing, you just never want to go back anymore after that. And when you are wearing quality clothing, you look luxe. I mean, you do. As much as we want to justify and say, no, buying a coat at Zara is the same as buying a coat at Alexander McQueen. It is not, guys. And I have both. I have Zara, I have Alexander McQueen. I'm not a baller enough to have all my clothing be luxury clothing. Not at all. But if I could, I would only have high quality clothing. If you have the means and you have 30 bags, man, you absolutely need to transition into quality clothing. It makes zero sense, let's say, for you to go to an amazing fancy dinner and you are carrying your gorgeous Birkin and you are showing up with a $50 Zara dress. Next mistake I want to talk about is not buying enough variety for your collection. A lot of people tend to buy things that are very similar in the way they look. And what happens is when you buy things that are very similar, that means that when you do your looks, it kind of always looks like you're wearing the same thing. For example, a lot of times on Instagram, I'll see photos of people where they have a black Chanel medium silver hardware, a black Chanel medium gold hardware, a jumbo Chanel caviar leather, gold hardware. Guys, when you're wearing all of these bags, they all look the same. So instead of kind of buying what you are comfortable with, try to be super systematic with your closet, and if you are buying bags, write down all of the bags that you have, and then you figure out what is the gap. What do you need? Hey, I already have a black, a beige, and a white. Okay, time to introduce a color. You will see that when you buy a colored bag, it will open such a myriad of looks that you can put together. And a lot of people are afraid of color because they think it's gonna be hard to match. Actually, if you pick colors like yellow, green, red, these colors are almost in every print, and then you can use these colors as accent colors. So instead of wearing black pants and put a boring black bag, throw a red bag, throw a green bag, you know, and give it a touch of color and make your look a bit more fashion, a little bit more fashion forward. I've noticed some people have an infatuation with a certain color, whether it be red, they have a ton of red bags, or some people love pink so much, and I love pink. I'm kind of overboard on pink right now, actually, and here I am talking shit, but pink, and then they buy all of these pink bags. I mean, do you go out always wearing pink? Think about, what can I add to my bag collection in terms of styles, colors, designers? Why buy everything Chanel? It's kind of the same. You know, there are so many fun designers out there for you to explore. Explore some Hermes, explore some Louis Vuitton. Find what brand fits your aesthetic and introduce some interest into your collection. Last mistake is not buying a balance of classics and trends. I hear all the time people talking on YouTube how you should only buy classics, you only should think about the resale value, and I'm not gonna buy the saddlebag because it's too trendy, I'm not gonna buy the Dior book tote because it's too trendy, and I only buy Chanel bags. Or you have to have a little bit of fun with fashion. You have to incorporate some trends into your collection and your look so you look like you belong in today's world. You are missing out on so many fun things, and I also think part of life and becoming better is evolving, is experimenting. You cannot be so set in your ways on the things that you were wearing 10 years ago that you're still only buying those same things. That means to me that you might be missing out on an opportunity to be relevant and look modern and look today. I think there has to be a balance. By all means, most of your investments should be classics, but guys, it's okay to spend $1,000 every now and then on a Balenciaga bag, on a Fendi bag that's a bit more trendy, so you can add a contemporary touch to your looks. Sometimes you just look at something and you just flipping love it, and you just want to have it, but then you, well, what if it goes out in a year? What if it goes out in 2 years? I won't be able to resell this bag. What is the resale bag value on Dior bags? I love this Dior bag, but the resale is not that good, so I'm not gonna buy that. Oh my God, you missed the point. The point of fashion is having fun. It's sometimes just doing whatever the hell your heart desires, and who gives a shit what the resale value is? If you are not buying the things that make your heart sing, that truly make you happy and make your heart skip a beat, you are completely missing out on the fun of fashion, which is the point of fashion in the first place, guys. That's my video on luxury shopping mistakes. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought. Do you agree with the rules? What do you disagree with? I would love to hear your thoughts. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you guys giving me the gift of your company every video. I love you guys so much. I'll see you on the next video. Bye!